Well, good morning and happy Thursday. A very cold, brisk Thursday morning for me, 28 degrees. Just thought I would, hop on the stars and jump in my starship here, go through the stars as you see on your screen. A cool special effect, by the way. Anyway, welcome. This is Total OS Today, Total Technology for Beginners and Beyond. I'm just chilling this morning listening to my dad's tunes. This is my third live show this week. What is wrong with me? Well, as promised, I said I would do as many live shows as I could before the end of this year, which is quickly approaching. Hope all of you are doing well. So I'm just chatting, just woke up not too long ago. I'm going to start my day soon. I'm just sipping some lemon water. Plain lemon water. No soda, no sugar, not even coffee, and no wine. Anyway, I think lemons are good for you, right? I'm not sure. Listening to a song called Symphony of Love. Maybe I should ask my dad to write a song called Symphony of Ubuntu. Of course, his question will be, "What's Ubuntu? I don't understand Ubuntu." Anyway, welcome. So I know a lot of you are probably going to catch this late later on today. That's okay. If you have a question or comment, post it in the comments section below. I do these shows at different times, different random times to catch someone or two who don't normally have a chance to say hello. Today we're going to go and do some window shopping real quick. Shopping as if I was shopping for Linux computers. I basically only use a Chromebook. Or I will download something and install it because I have the time. I know many of you probably don't have time, have busy lives, families, raising kids, busy jobs, and you don't have time to install anything, which is completely understandable. Totally get it. All right, let's see what we got here. Let's go to this one here. This is from Dell. Okay. Let me see if I can go split screen here on my system. All right, so these are Linux workstations and laptops. I just, like most people would do, I just did a quick YouTube search, see what's out there. And so let's take a look at this here and see what we have. Looks like they have Black Friday deals are live on Dell. And by the way, I am not being sponsored by anybody for this, not being sponsored by Dell. Just window shopping. Like a consumer would around the holidays, whether it's computers, clothes, cars, or whatever. All right, so let's go to, XPS 13, Developer Edition, Ubuntu 20.04 LTS, installed, pre-installed. Let's just click Shop Now. Let's see. Yeah, let's go Core i5, sure. Keep it simple. We'll go with Ubuntu Linux. Video card Intel Iris. We'll stick with that. Memory with Ubuntu. Yeah, 8 gig should be enough. We'll just stick with that. The screen is 13-inch, 13.4 inches. If you want an OLED screen, let's add that, sure. Let's have a nicer screen. Color choice, platinum or frost. We'll stick with platinum. So basically here, this rather plain Dell Ubuntu Linux laptop would run you about $1,500. Now, is that a good price or not a good price? That's up for you to decide. Personally, I would not buy it. I would spend $1,000 on a Chromebook before I would buy this, but that's just a personal choice. But just to show you that there are choices out there, if you don't have time to install something and search for bugs or solve puzzles, as somebody would said in Linux, keep in mind that Ubuntu uses the GNOME or GNOME desktop environment as default, and it's definitely not for beginners. At least not in my opinion. I think Mate would have been a better choice for Windows users coming to Linux. But just to let you guys know. So yeah, this particular system here, if we go with, it's curious, if we go with Windows 10 Pro, wow, you don't save that much. $10? Okay. Let's see, I wanted to go 16 gigabytes of RAM because I like to do 4K video. That's actually going to be a little low, but let's try that. All right, 1549, 32 gigs, bumps it up to $1,800 for a Dell. Now, Dells are good machines. Do not get me wrong. But anyway, yeah, let's try. This is Lenovo, and instead of a laptop, let's go to the workstation instead, right? Yeah, let's go to the workstation, and I will keep track of the chat. Looks like Nosey's in the chat. Dan is in the chat. Hi, Dan. Good morning. Yeah, let's just go with ThinkStation P340 Tower Workstation. If you already have a screen and don't need anything portable, yeah, so let's see here. System specs, i3. Probably going to be too slow, but yeah, well, this one here, if you're not going to do any video stuff, I guess i3 is okay. This one's got Windows 10, but let's go back to the, let's search, yeah, Linux. Linux workstation is what we wanted. Oh, they have software too. Interesting. Well, they definitely have a lot of prices, don't they? Yeah, the prices really are not going to vary that much from manufacturer to manufacturer. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, yeah, let's go to, I think they do start at $7.99 with Ubuntu. This was just showing Windows 10, but I think they start less than $1,000 if you go with a basic Ubuntu workstation. So here we have some choices here. Core i3. Now, if you're not going to do any kind of video processing or video graphics, that's fine. If you are, I would go with this, at least the i5. Yeah, at least operating system. Still, we can go with Ubuntu 20.04. It says subtract 109. Okay, very good. 4 gigs of RAM. No, you got to go at least 8 gigs. Yeah, at least 8 gigs of RAM with Ubuntu anyway. So there you have it. With Lenovo, with a Ubuntu desktop, it's less than $1,000. $881 plus your tax. Is that a good deal for a Linux system? You guys tell me. And this is with integrated graphics. You know, again, if you're going to do any kind of video processing, we'll go with an NVIDIA 2 gig card. And now we're up to almost $1,000 with Ubuntu 20.04. Once again, Ubuntu is not the best choice for beginners. Yeah. So there you have it. Now, if we go to Amazon, just type in Chromebooks. You know, mom and pops who just want to search the web and watch Total OS, shoot his mouth off, you know, no video stuff. Maybe a few games here and there. As you can see, you have a lot more choices. You can get a nice Chromebook Linux space for $299 for Lenovo. They have a 4K screen Chromebook on sale for $600 something. I forget which one it is, which is a steal, in my opinion. Guaranteed 6.5 years or more of updates. Yeah, here's some articles here. The best Chromebooks for artists, for kids, the best Chromebooks. Honestly, if you're going to get a Linux, buy a Linux-based system, I would go with Chromebook. It's just a better price. What can I say? So, yeah. That's how I see it. So I don't know. You guys tell me as we go window shopping here. Let me go back to the chat. Kenny, hi there. Kenny says build your own. Yeah. It's just the reality. Most Windows users don't have time. They have busy lives. They're raising kids, one or two jobs. Maybe they're a nurse, teacher, doctor. It's not going to happen, Kenny. No. Will they buy a Linux-based system and just plug it in and go? Sure, absolutely. And I think that's the reality for most people, Kenny. Yeah, we would build our own, but yeah, most people, you know, raising kids or whatever, just don't have time. It's not their fault. But, really the only true Linux competitor, mass market competitor to Windows 10 and now 11 is the Chromebook. That's just the reality because it's pre-installed. It's not going to cost you starting at $1,000. Like I said, I saw a nice 4K screen Chromebook for 600 something, which is a steal. That's a true competitor. But yeah, Dan says buy a Steam Deck. Well, if you're into gaming, yeah. Sure. There are choices out there, but yeah, I would myself, I would build my own. But I'm happy with my Dell Optiplex dual booting Windows 10 and Ubuntu Mate, of course. I did see an article where they ran a test saying that Linux was faster than Windows 11. No, it's not. And 3 of those tests were with using the GNOME desktop. There's no way that GNOME is faster than Windows 11, at least not in my 10-year-old machine. Not even close. Yeah, GNOME is heavy. It is resource heavy. And that's a shame because that has not changed in 10 years of development, and I don't understand it. But it is what it is. I wonder how many Chromebooks will sell this Christmas. I did read where Chromebook sales are down. They're not as explosive as they were at the start of the pandemic, which is understandable. People back to work, getting vaccinated, they're not stuck at home anymore, not working from home as much maybe, not at home as much. Makes perfect sense. So yeah, I don't know. Those of you who watch this on the replay, if you are a Chromebook user, let me know. And maybe one of these days or nights we'll do an exclusive Chromebook Live just to see how many of you have a Chromebook or have used one or know someone or have considered buying a Chromebook. I use them and they're fantastic. And the main reason is really zero maintenance. There's nothing to fix. They just work for what they do. Plug and play. Updates are done in the background. If you have to restart the system and you do, it does not force you to restart the system. It's newbie friendly. And that's why I think they are selling. Cost and newbie friendliness. That is a powerful combination, right? All right, if there's anybody new watching, would like to say hello, who don't normally get a chance to say hello, please do. This will be a very short one for this morning. I still need to get showered and start my day. And it was cold this morning. Oh, my furnace has kicked on twice here in the last 10 minutes. Anyway. All right, so Kenny says you have a Lenovo i7 laptop with 11th gen processor. Windows 10 still works faster than Windows 11. 11 uses more RAM, is not finished yet. Okay. Well, in my 10-year-old machine, Lenovo, Windows 11 is faster than my Windows 10. But I guess that will depending on the processor, Kenny. Yeah, Windows 11, it was just released, so I'm sure there'll be some performance tweaks out there. But for an older machine like mine, Windows 11 is definitely faster than Windows 10 and GNOME Linux. But once again, that will depend on the processor, video graphics card, and all that. And that's normal. Yeah, I did read something about the Ryzen processors. Again, Dan, this is a work in progress, I'm sure, of Windows 11, but I don't have a Ryzen in my 10-year-old machine, but it runs great. It's faster than Linux, so pleasantly surprised to say the least. And I think Windows 11 has to be the tech story of the year. Somebody installed Windows 11 on a 15-year-old machine, and the writer said that machine belongs in the museum. But the guy with the hack, I think a registry hack, got it working. That just cracks me up. So yeah, anything's possible, right? But yeah, so far, my Windows 11 experience has been pleasant, at the very least. So yeah, RAM usage for Windows 11, I think it's, yeah, you still need at least 4 gigs of RAM to run it, but it's just faster than Windows 10. So you have a 11th gen i7, Kenny? Okay, 20 gigs of RAM. Okay. Yeah, you know, those Dell machines and Lenovo machines were pre-installed Ubuntu with, you know, with the vanilla, you know, installed GNOME desktop. It's just not for beginners. There's just so many things wrong with it. It's so many tweaks that need to be done. I don't get it. You know, 10 years in development with GNOME and it's still not there. I don't understand, but yeah, it's kind of disappointing. Disappointing to say the least. Dan, I haven't seen you on the private chats in a while. Where you been? We'll probably have something this Friday or Saturday night. I want to once again thanks all the contributors and supporters to this Total OS Today community channel. I got very lucky this year. In spite of everything going on, I was able to balance the budget for the channel for the entire year, thanks in part to your contributions. It is greatly appreciated. Could not have done it without you guys. Boy, Dexter's in the house. Good morning. Or as one of my friends said, good morning. That's what he said, good morning. That was like years ago. He wrote something. He says, good morning. Okay, well, good morning to you too. Wascally Wabbit. Dad, you've been sick. Oh, no, I hope you're okay now. I was sick for 2 weeks. Stuffy nose. Flonase to the rescue. And yes, if Flonase wants to sponsor a video, I will accept that corporate sponsorship because I used it and it works. I loved Flonase. Dad, I hope you're okay. Hopefully we'll get back to normal by next summer. I hope. Anyway. You're doing better. Very good. Good to hear. All right, let's give this a 5-minute warning and then we'll wrap it up. Again, if there's anybody new watching, don't be shy. Just say hello, ask a question. If you're stuck on something, we'll do our best to answer it. Somebody asked about double-sided printing in Linux. I think that depends on the printer, does it not? If it's capable? I think so. If you need a printer for Linux, I recommend HP or Epson. In my tests, those have been the least troublesome for installing printer drivers. Just to let you guys know. So, yeah. So maybe we'll do a show on holiday shopping. I bought a car, used car. I gave it to my son. I said, "Here, Michael, here's your first Lexus. Merry Christmas." A first used Lexus. He said, "No, then I want a truck. I want a truck." But then he realized, hey, he got a free Lexus, so I think he realizes he's lucky. So anyway, GNU Linux Cyber Geek is in the house. Hi. HP printer does double-sided printing. Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't think all printers do. That has to be built in the printer, right? The capability of double-sided printing. I've never done it, but yeah. Modify a Windows 10 install media with USB, Windows 11 ISO, and install Windows 11. Yes. There's a Microsoft published a registry hack to force the installation of Windows 11. It's not recommended, but that's what I did. Yeah, my machine officially said it was not capable of running Windows 11, but it is. It's that TPM 2.0 chip, security chip, or TMP or whatever it is. Something like that, but yeah. Now, supposedly, if you install Windows 11 on a non-officially supported machine, you may not get the security updates. Boo, Microsoft, if that's true. If that's true, you definitely should not run it on the web, at least. Yeah. But yeah, you can install Windows 11 on a 10-year-old machine, because I did, and it works fine. So yeah. I guess if you have a business, I guess you would need double-sided printing, right? You know, printing out memos and flyers. I guess that would make sense, you know. I seldom print. Very, very seldom print. Lemon water to start the morning. Love it. Almost as good as coffee. I didn't feel like making coffee, so I just poured. I sliced the lemon in half, poured some cold water, and there you go. Oh, so your system gets all the updates? Only thing that does not work, the widgets. Okay. Well, I don't use widgets, so no big deal there. Let me go back here to the, see if I missed anybody. Lenovo is good, Nosy. Yes, it is. Yep. Those machines are fantastic. ThinkPads are great also. Superb. I don't use my ThinkPads as much since I got the Chromebooks, but yeah. Yeah, Dan, sometimes double-sided is handy. It saves paper. That is true. Yeah. Never thought about that, but yeah. All right, I think we will wrap this up. Any last thoughts for this Good Morning Linux for this morning, of course? Great to have you here. Anything else before we wrap this up? And then maybe I'll catch you this weekend. Hopefully you're doing much better. I'll have to check the Walmart, local Walmart, and see if they still carry Chromebooks. I haven't checked it in a while, but just out of curiosity. I asked some of my friends here about Chromebooks, and they don't have a clue, but not their fault. Yeah, I do use the weather app on the Windows 11, but I think that's pre-installed, right? As part of the start menu, Kenny, I think. I'd have to check it. I don't use Windows that much, so I have to check. But yeah. I'm not sure yet, Dan. Friday or Saturday. I'm not sure yet. Just check your email. Might do tomorrow night. I think last week I did it. Actually, I don't remember when I did it last week. I lost track. But yeah, might be tomorrow night. You know, between 9 and 10, somewhere around there. It could be Friday or Saturday. So, not too many people have been joining in. You know, a few people here and there. So, again, once we get through this pandemic, hopefully, life will get back to normal. So, yeah. All right, on that note, you guys stay safe, stay warm, enjoy your Linux or Windows or whatever you use, and I'll catch you on the next one. So until then, arrivederci. Take care.